Hey, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're gonna work on the drag WRX, so come along. We ended up taking it to the quarter mile, the track. The car performed good, it's just slow. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, I was launching without launch control because we don't have vehicle speed. Two, no gauge cluster in the car, so I was just shifting by fly. Three, the exhaust manifold restriction definitely showed its head. The car, slow, very slow. It ran a 13.8 at 110. So out the back, it's moving pretty good. 60 foot time was like a 2.4, awful. But the biggest takeaway from the data is, you know, when you'd shift, you know, you lose boost and you wouldn't build the boost back up until it was time to shift again. So.
Sorry, a 1.153.
Give you an idea of time, I had a 320 horsepower Civic back in the day. That car on slicks ran a 12.0 at 119 with a 1.9 60 foot. So the mile an hour is at least a low 12 mile an hour. So we gotta get the 60 foot down. So what we gotta do here, I don't know if we're gonna do it in today's video, but gauge cluster, wheel speed, and fixing the exhaust. Those three things need to happen before we go back to the track. So the exhaust, I knew it was gonna be a problem. It was already made and everything like that, and it's kind of been a hodgepodge manifold from a couple different setups. But our issue is right here. It's way too restrictive. Don't mind my nail polish. My daughter wanted to paint my nails. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this off, take it all off, and we are going to cut this, and we are going to cut this back and get a 2.5 inch piece of exhaust from here to here, so that way it doesn't neck down to like 1.75 inches. Too small. So what's happening right here is we're getting way too much restriction. Right here at our back pressure sensor, this is actually showing that we're fine, but you know, when it's not actually flowing, we got a problem, which again, we knew that was going to be an issue because it happened on the dyno as well. What are you doing October 26th? That's probably the next time and the last time we're gonna be able to go to the track this year. Yeah, so when you cut this off, try and cut this right at the weld here. Okay. And then what we'll do is I'll probably cut it right here too, and we'll slip the 2.5 inch piece on and kind of see how far up it goes. And then we'll cut it and kind of just. Okay.
So you're gonna try and marry the 2.5?
It's probably gonna be more like right here, if I'm gonna guess.
Okay. So you're not expanding any of these?
No, not right now. Maybe if October 26th goes terribly and we still have problems, okay, well then this is a whole new redesign on this. Okay. Winter's coming, Jason.
I know. They say, that's what they keep saying, but what, it's like gonna be 80 this weekend.
Is it?
Yeah. The pool at the campground's still open.
Is that a 14?
I do. Oh, hold on. I think, no, I don't. I got it. This is the stud. There's only these two that are difficult. I got the first one out already.
Okay.
Man, this thing is heavy. Yeah, that's working. Terrible. It's not the best.
Yeah, so see how, like, especially if you look on the inside here, how much smaller that is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of eyeballing the outside diameter of this to this. But this is also flatter. So what we're probably gonna end up doing is we're probably gonna have to end up crushing this end to get it to meet up better. But I'd rather start short than too much. But
No, I agree.
that should be.
Let me put this in the vise back there. That would make it a lot easier. If I can get to it.
Good luck.
I win. Oh, it won't be bad. You'll just have to squish it a little from what I'm seeing. It's kind of a long shot with the camera here at this point because, well, we aren't really set up for this, but we're making it happen. I'm just giving the pipe here. So I'm giving the pipe here a little squeeze with the vise to try and flatten that out to mesh up with the end here because it's oblong here on the header itself. But I'm gonna try and go from the side here. So I'm gonna try and put it in the side of the vise so I get a little kink in the middle. I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but I'm gonna give it a try. I think a guy with your welding skill can make this happen. There's a gap on the bottom.
Yeah, I can weld that.
Yeah. And the only other thing I could do is try and put a little something in here
That's fine.
to crease it.
But
But
that PC cut. Yeah, so I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but that's how choked off it was inside of there. And now we're going to that big. So what we gotta do now is we gotta bolt that back up. We gotta bolt that flange back up, and then we gotta cut this to size.
okie dokie. I mean, I might need a hand here.
You need a hand? I did this all by myself.
Yeah, well, I don't want to screw it up. If I can just get it as crooked as I got this one, it'll be perfect. Oh, boy.
I told you a 1/4 inch, Jason.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Cool. Well, I think that's where we're gonna leave this episode. We gotta order some parts, get some batteries, but probably for next episode, we'll have the exhaust actually fixed. I'll have the mount, or at least one prototype printed, and maybe we'll start attacking the wheel speed sensor. And then, yeah, go to the track again here in a couple weeks, and then put it away for the winter. But overall, pretty happy with how the car has come along this year, to be completely honest. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, Jason and I, and with the help of Josh, we built a whole new drag car, more or less in 6 months. Well, maybe 7 months.
Yep.
But I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, mind you, it still needs a cage and some other stuff, but you know, one thing at a time. So that's where we're gonna leave this episode. If you guys are looking forward to more Drag WRX content, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time.